Don't let 'em take my soul.
Not at all. Giannis is still relying on his athleticism and in the early 30s, it's time to start doing that now. So when you are 50 or 60 and you got a couple billion in the bank, now you could live comfortably and not have to worry about it.
Do you wanna know why I cry at night? Do you wanna know why I can't sleep at night? These niggas off, gon' take them out. 2 shots, pow, pow, take them out. Had a few ones try to take me out. Now I can't trust a damn soul. Own brothers against me. Should've never ever be the same. When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry.
Back again, it's your boy Trillionaire Chuck, and yes, this is episode 41. I know I took a little break. I apologize, everybody, but we're back. We're in full motion. Yes, we have football season. Not preseason, but the regular season is here. So now the real stars are out there. It's time to see who's really about it or who just all talk. But, I ain't gonna waste your time talking. Let's get right into it. So, on September 5th, we had the season opener between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. If you saw that game, many people had the Ravens to beat the Chiefs, but that boy Patrick Mahomes pulls a rabbit out the hat, and gets the win. Baltimore, Kansas City. Baltimore with 20, Kansas City with 27. Patrick Mahomes was 20 for 28, 71.4% completion rate. Total passing yards that game, 291 yards per attempt, 10.4. Threw 1 interception, threw 1 touchdown. He had a QBR rating of 69.6. Then you had Xavier Worthy. He had 1 carry, total of 21 yards. Average yards per rush attempt was 21. Had 1 touchdown, 1 first down. Now, this person here is someone you need to keep your eye on. Isaiah Pacheco. 15 carries, totaling 45 total rushing yards. Average yards per rush, just 3. 1 touchdown, 2 first downs, okay? And another person you might want to watch out for is Rashee Rice. He has 7 receiving, total of 9 targets. Total receiving yards, 103 that game. Average yards per reception, 14.7. 5 first downs. Travis Kelce, I'm so disappointed in you right now. I'm so disappointed in you, Travis Kelce. Why? 3 receiving, 4 targets, 34 total yards of receiving. Average yards per reception, 11.3. 2 first downs. You couldn't get a touchdown. Travis, what's going on, man? Are they doubling you? You just can't get open. What's going on? What's really going on? Now, let's go to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 26 for 41, completion percentage of 63.4. Total pass yards, 273. Total average yards per attempt, 6.7 through 1 touchdown. QBR rating is 65.1. Now, here is where I had an issue with. So Derrick Henry, their new acquisition as running back, had 13 carries, 46 yards total. Average yards per rush, 3.5. He had 1 touchdown. Then you had Zay Flowers, 6 receptions, 10 total receiving targets, 37 receiving yards. Average yards per reception, 6.2. 1 first down. He had 2 carries, total of 14 total yards. Average yard per rush, 7. Then you have Mark Andrews, right? So Mark Andrews had 2 receiving yard. 2 receptions, total targets of 2, total receiving yards 14, average yards receiving per attempt 7. He had 1 first down. Then you had Isaiah Likely, right? 9 receptions, 12 total targets, totaling 111 yards. Average yards per receiving was 12.3. He had 1 touchdown and 5 first downs. So, question: was this game for Kansas City? Was it a legit win or was it just bare luck? You know, if you watch the game, most people would have thought the Ravens had this in the bag, and they did, because Kansas City cannot stop the run game. If you looked at it from the first and second quarter, they could not stop Derrick Henry, and when they tried to stop Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson had got off to a running start. It wasn't until the second half where they started throwing the ball in the air. Now, for the Ravens, and many of us said this, the offensive coordinator, he got to go, right? You have to tailor your offense to the talent that you have, not put the offense in because that's just what you want. That's not how this works, okay? Ravens are expected to make it to the Super Bowl this year with the talent that they got. You have Derrick Henry. How do you not utilize him? You sit Derrick Henry in the fourth? In the fourth? You sit him? Brother, you got to go. You got to go. Tailor the offense to Lamar Jackson's strength. Lamar, you do not have to prove that you can throw the ball. We know you can throw the ball. But dang it, man, use your legs. Use Derrick Henry. Come on now. Come on now. That was an easy win for y'all. That was an easy win. Y'all should have beat Kansas City. I'm tell you that right now. Y'all should have beat Kansas City. In Kansas City, y'all having some close games in the beginning of the season. Now, I don't know. I would consider this game luck. Okay? I consider it luck because of the fact of the offensive coordinator race. Had they just stuck to the run game, Baltimore would have won this game. They would not have had to rely on the one catch, I think it was by Likely, in the end zone where his toe was out of bounds. And that's just what it is. You got lucky. It happens. It's life. Okay? But moving on. Now, we got to talk more football. September 8th, Caleb Williams showcases his skills. It's the Bears against the Titans. And guess what? We won! 24-17. Bears win in their home opener with Caleb Williams, 14 for 29, completion rate of 48.3%, 93 total passing yards, yards per attempt 3.2, QBR rating of 23.5. So, with that being, Caleb became the youngest, one of the youngest. Not scratch that. Not one of the youngest. He's become one of the only quarterbacks outside of Derek Carr to throw the under 100 total passing yards and still get a win. Okay, DeAndre Swift, 10 carries, 30 yards, yards per carry, 3. DJ Moore, 5 receptions, 8 total targets, 36 receiving yards, 7.2 average receiving yard, 1 carry, 0 touchdowns, 1 first down. We'll talk about that later. Now, Keenan Allen. Now, 4 receptions, 11 total targets, 29 total receiving yards, 7.3 average receiving yards per reception, 2 first downs. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Now let's go to the Titans. Woo-wee. I know this boy Will Levis got his butt handed to him in the locker room. Boy, 19 for 32 with a completion percentage of 59.4. Total yards thrown 127. Average yards per attempt 4. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. QBR rating of 30.8. Tony Pollard, new acquisition from Dallas. 16 carries, total yards, 82. Average yards per attempt, 5.1. 1 touchdown, 3 receptions. He had 12 total receiving yards. Average yards per reception attempt, 4. And then you got Treylon Burks. He had 1 receiving. He was targeted twice. Average yard per attempt, 2. Per reception, 2. He had 2 carries, 1 yard. Then you got Calvin Ridley. Okay. He had 3 receptions, 7 total targets. Total receiving yards, 50. Average yards per attempt, 16.7. He had 2 first downs. So, with the Bears, the question is, from what we've seen, the first game, is this team a playoff team? It's too soon to tell right now. Okay. Caleb, you sit in the pocket too long, my boy. Make a decision. 4 seconds or less. Make a decision. The Bears did improve the offensive line. Many people will be like, no, the line is still trash. No, the line is better than it was last year. You have weapons. You got DJ Moore. You got Keenan Allen. Use your weapons. Use the receivers. DeAndre Swift. Come on, man. Hey, look, homie. You ain't in Philly. You in the Chi. We trying to go to the playoffs. All right? Come on. But all in all, if you watch this game, the defense, one would say the defense mostly won the game for us, but Bears have always been known to have a good defense, right? It's our offense, all right? We still got to put points up on the board. Yes, Caleb Williams is still a rookie. Yes, he still has time to improve, but listen, Caleb, you cannot sit in a pocket for 6-7 seconds, man, trying to fast somebody open. That you need to see that quick. Okay, you got to see it quickly, all right? You don't have that luxury like Patrick Mahomes. You don't have that luxury like a Joe Burrow. You don't have that luxury like a CJ Stroud where they could sit there and their line is A1 that blocks for them and they could just take their time and see who gets open, okay? You got to make your decisions quicker, okay? All right, Caleb? Now, I give you to the 5th game before I decide if I'm really going to be on board with this or if I'm going to be... He's going to be on my shelf. You know, special players go on that shelf. It ain't a shelf you want to be on. Trust me. Ask Dak Prescott. Ask that man. He on that shelf. Oh, he on that shelf there, boy. Oh, man. But, again, it's too soon to determine if the Bears are going to make the playoffs because we're in a tough division. You still got the Lions, that's a formidable team. Even though the Vikings may not have a QB, I mean, Sam Donald, like, let's be real, like, they ain't got nobody. But they're still a playoff team in a sense, right? You still got the Packers, even though Jordan Love is injured for a few games. But you still got the Packers, that's a formidable team. So it's going to be kind of tough. If they can manage to beat teams they're supposed to beat, then yes, we can get to the playoffs. However, if you keep having close games with trash teams like the Titans, we'll be sitting back at home, folks. That's just real. We will be sitting back at home. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We're back. So, in news. Oh, man. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp. Nightcap Podcast sole proprietor. Unc. How? Before I get into it, roll the clip for me, please.
There you go, baby. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. Put that dick in here. Put this dick in here. There you go, right there. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. That's my Michelle. Oh, yeah, Michelle. Yeah.
How? I'm trying to understand this. Bro, I think you purposely did that. Honestly, you either purposely did that or, first off, one want to know, was it really real? And you just heard voices and stuff like that, but people could act out having sex now. It was like, what was so funny about the whole thing? Normally when a dude is having sex, it's some of that going on. When you hear that clip, you don't hear none of that. You just hear a bunch of, ooh yeah, you like that? You like that dick? And you hear say, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. But where's that at? Where's the ass smacking at? Where are the sound effects to this? We didn't hear that. One had to believe, when you really think about it, fellas, come on now. When you having sex with your girl, you feel me? All that shit. That was not the case though. You ain't even hear no bed squeaking. Yo, I'm gonna go on the record. I'm just gonna go on record and say it. I think it was staged. I think it was faked. Why? Because when you're having sex and you're recording, you're going to hear some noise, right? Some noise going on. Like, y'all drop a comment. Y'all let me know if y'all think that sex thing that happened was real or was it fake. I'm going with it was fake. I think it was acted. People do weird shit, man. Honestly, people just do weird things these days. I mean, it was some rumors going around about Shannon Sharp, and I'm not going to say what the rumors were, but if you do your research, you'll pretty much know what they were. We're not here to discredit Shannon Sharp and what he does in his private life. That's what he does. I'm just saying, I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm calling it what it is. That did not sound like he was having sex with that woman. It sounded like they was just shits and giggles, shits and giggles, having some fun. Like, let me go on. Like, first off, how you not know you was live? How does someone even hack an IG and make it live? That don't even sound right. Most people hack the Facebook account and then post, little stuff under there. Yeah, but not someone from a computer going into your, hacking your IG and going live. And then of all the times to hack, how is it hacked at that particular moment in that particular time? These are questions you guys should be asking. How was it that all of a sudden Shannon Sharp phone got hacked and you hear that? Come on now, some ain't making sense. It's not making sense, dog. Like I said, I'm a firm believer like that was staged, right? That was staged for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the rumors and he wanted to prove something, but yeah, bro, I'm not buying it. I don't think you and no girl even had sex. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think y'all had sex. However, though, like, The fact that it was leaked on social media is kind of crazy. I think it was planned. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, you guys leave the comments and you guys tell me what you think. But we're gonna take another quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Okay, we're back. Let's get to the final segment of the show, relationship talk. So, roll a clip for me, please.
Woman will do whatever her boss says, but barely do what her husband asks. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know how you can be to work on time every day at 8 a.m. But to make me a turkey sandwich is a problem. Or to do something for me is a problem. I don't understand how we've gotten to the place that you're so independent that you will allow another man to dictate your whole life. But the man that you sleep with and love and say you love, he can't tell you one thing.
Okay. So, what's it this here? Question. Do women have a problem doing for their man? Ladies. You know, the guy makes some interesting points here, right? He does. He says here, it's kind of making me think about that quote from Baby Boy. But let's tackle one thing before I get into that quote. He says that when it comes to this, that's the quote from Baby Boy. That's going to be for the other clip. Lost train of thought. Okay, this one here, because he's, when you really think about it though, ladies, like, see it from a guy's perspective. When y'all going to work, whatever the boss says to do, you go and do. Kevin Samuels even alluded to this. He said that treat me like you do your white boss. Those were Kevin Samuels' exact words. And the lady was like, what do you mean? Kevin Samuels said, treat me like you do your white boss and everything will be fine, right? Why is it that, you could do any and everything for your boss, your employer, and you don't retaliate, you don't talk back, you don't smack your lips, but the guy who you are married to, the guy that you are laying in bed with every single night, that's doing what he's supposed to do, when he asks for something or needs you to do something, it's conflict and it's tension. Now, why is that though, ladies? Huh? And we're not talking about, the dudes that are not doing nothing, that are sitting there playing 2K and they're not even getting paid to play 2K. We're talking about the dudes that do go out, that do take care of the house. So why does it always have to be tension or arguments when the man asks for something to be done? Oh, I get it. One could say because, the employer is paying the bills, right? He's paying. That's her employer. She needs her job because he writes the checks, right? So now if the man wrote the checks, the man was paying you, the man paying you and everything like that, it's like, okay, so y'all really want a manager to manage y'all? Is that what that is? But it always seems to be kind of, it always, I've seen it, right? I see it throughout couples and I see it throughout relationships. When it comes to work, women don't never challenge their boss, or, they don't challenge their boss. But whom they are dating or whom they are marrying, they tend to challenge it. And why is that? Why is that? Oh, but see, your boss pays you. You're exchanging your time for money. He pays you your check and everything like that. But yet the man that you are at home with, that you love dearly, and he's paying the bills, he's putting food on the table, and for some reason when he asks for something, it's always a struggle or a hassle. I can't wrap my head around that for some strange reason. It even happened with me, right? There was point of times where I was dating my ex, and my ex would tell me all the things that the boss told her to do. But then I'm like, okay, I asked her to do something, right? It was like World War III up in there. I don't feel like doing it. Why you can't do it? But let the boss say, hey, I need you to ring up this customer. You're not going to tell him why you can't do it. You're going to be like, okay. So it begs the difference. Like, dang, like the last clip, when the guy was like, I got to pay for a woman to respect me. So if the man is the man really, being the man by paying the bills? Or is he just paying for your respect, ladies? That's something deep to really think about. Because if you respected him, if he asked you to do something, as long as he's not putting your life at any hurt, harm, or danger, why fight with him to do it? Just go do it. Just go do it. But that was just something that, like I said, it shouldn't be that way in the household. It's a compromise, okay? It's a compromise in this work. It's a partnership, okay? It's not one-sided. Oh, it shouldn't be one-sided. But now, let's go into the next clip.
Some of the baddest bitches are the easiest women to fuck. They are not that hard to smash like you think it is, man. They're very easy to smash. Stop chasing these women. Chase the bag, because they only looking for niggas with certain status. See, that's why they could be with a rich, ugly ass nigga, because he got a certain status. He in a certain tax bracket. See, I know I'm handsome and all that, right? I'm very attractive. You dig? That's just what I am. I mean, God made it that way. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at him. If you got a problem with how I look, take it up with God. But they like me because I'm attractive. But the fact that I'm attractive and I got a certain amount of status and I'm in a certain tax bracket, oh man, that make me the most sexiest man alive. You dig? Most definitely. See, they got women out there that are gorgeous, right? They look in the mirror and they get mad at themselves. They not happy with this. They not happy with that. In your mind, you like, man, she's gorgeous. She's very insecure behind closed doors. But when she come out in the public, she keeps her head high. She walk with a certain swagger to make you think, to give the perception that she's confident. But in all actuality, she's a very insecure young lady. See, the reason I cop the big chain is because I want to have a little bit of more space in between me and you. I want to make sure that the bitch know that we are not the same. You got the little cube and I went and got the big one. What's the difference? $150,000 more. It's a status symbol. It separates you from the next man. A lot of you niggas ain't true hustlers. That's why y'all scared to spend money.
Okay. Now, question. Is it easy to smash the baddest chick? If it was easy, then everybody should be smashing the baddest chick. Heck, I should be smashing Nicki Minaj. I should be smashing, all these other bad females and everything like that, if it was that easy, right? Man, look at here. Let me tell you something. yes, sometimes it do be the prettiest women. Kanye said this: the prettiest women do the ugliest things, right? My friend said this, Jesus. He said this. He said some people don't. Majority of people, he said, majority of people don't love themselves. So you might see that bad chick that's walking down the street, got the looks, the curves, the hair done, and everything of that nature, but she's insecure inside. And that's what he said. He said most of the women that are bad, they are insecure. They date dudes because of a status symbol, right? Now back to my quote that was referencing with Baby Boy. Remember in the movie, and Baby Boy, Melvin talked about guns and butter. He says 2 things in life you gotta have. You gotta have guns and you gotta have butter. He said, now what are the guns? That's artwork. That's stocks and bonds. Stuff that appreciates it with value. Now what's the butter? Cars, clothes, jewelry, all the other bullshit that don't mean nothing when you buy it. And what do women focus on? They don't focus on the guns. They be focused on the butter. Oh, he got the chain. He got the jewelry. He got the Louis, the Balenciaga, the Off-White on. He drive a Lambo. That's a status symbol. Even he said, I wear this chain because I'm a status, because of status, And he said some other lame ass shit too. He was like, because most dudes is too scared to be broke, they don't hustle. And I'm like, bro, and that's the point where I was like, man, shut the fuck up with that dumb shit. Sound like a bunch of nonsense. But yeah, to his credit, the baddest, if everybody fucked the baddest chicks, bro, it'd be easy to do, right? Unfortunately, most guys ain't doing it. But most women that we find are bad probably are insecure inside. And they need counseling. They need therapy because they're having a trauma buried deep down inside that's killing them. But they're masking it and walking around with a smile on their face like nothing's wrong when they're going through their own inner demons. And like I said, they're not chasing the guys with the guns. They're chasing the guys with the butter. Like I said, the jewelry, all the fancy cars, the fancy clothes that don't mean shit when it's bought. When the guys who got the guns, the stocks, the bonds, the crypto, the real estate, the artwork, they don't chase those guys because they wouldn't know what they look like, right? They wouldn't even know what that looks like. So yeah, but ladies, there's no reason. If whatever you're going through, and same with fellas, whatever you're going through, whatever trauma you go through, seek counseling or hey, seek Trillionaire Chuck's advice because that's what I do this for. That's what I do this for. Again, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, we're trying to still get to 5,000 subscribers by December. And we're almost going to be in October. Christmas is coming up. Trillionaire Chuck is throwing away cash when he hit 5,000 subscribers. Who trying to get paid? Hey, don't play yourself. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. In Cameron and May's voice, it is what it is. But, that's my show for today. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck saying this. Always remember, love yourself and each other.
What?